Hello, Object Show friendos. Hope you're all doing well. Taking care of yourselves, feeling awesome, or as awesome as you can possibly feel. And if you ain't feeling too awesome, I hope you do feel more awesome soon. Mikey back with another episode of Object Show Roundup, and this is the post Meetup video. Yes, we were at the tour in New York. We went to the show on Friday. We also went and hung out on Saturday just for a little bit as well, just to meet some more people and hang out for a bit longer. It was really fun. It was super fun. So last year when we went, it was amazing. It was a really fun experience. This year, it was double fun, but also kind of odd because now that I've been doing this show for a year, there was a couple more people who recognized me, which in the back of my head, I was like, this is something that could happen, but you still don't really know how to react until it happens. But it was really fun. We met so many cool people. The episodes themselves were fantastic. I cannot wait to get stuck into those properly once they drop on YouTube. So good. Such amazing episodes. And like the Q&A session at the end was really good. We also got the show we went to. We got a live performance of Tacos to Raid by Rick and Vizio, which was flipping amazing. It was so good. It was so good. I'm sure you can find a video of that live performance kicking around on YouTube somewhere. The kiddo recorded on their phone and stuff, but we're probably just going to keep that as a memento for ourselves. So I probably won't upload that unless you want me to. We'll see. But there is other versions. I'm pretty sure I've seen them pop up. But it was so good. It was such a fun time. And I've got a few pictures. I've got to hit the mic stand at least once every video. There we go. I've done that. That's ticked off the list for another video. But yeah, I've got a couple of pictures here. So we met up with Carter, Studio CRJ. Very, very cool guy. Really nice. Really, really nice to meet him in person. And that is the legendary Ruby there, with the face covered up. The kiddo that has been mentioned so many times, the one who got me into all of this stuff to begin with. And yes, that is me in my II outfit, which did get quite a bit of attention. I'll quickly say this. I appreciate everybody that came up and got a picture with me. I think the majority of people came up just because of the outfit and not because they recognized who I was. But I do appreciate that too. And I'm always happy to take pictures with people. So bear that in mind for next year. But anyway, Carter, super cool dude. Ruby also met Fusion. I mean, I did too. I was kind of chatting. I was chatting with him while we were waiting to actually go into the theater. But Ruby got down there first and grabbed a picture with him. That's a super cool guy. We met Dan and Livy. Oh, what an absolute pair of sweethearts, these two. I swear, they're so nice. Me and Dan decided to go all in on the colour matching. Dan all in the purple and me all in the green for the II outfit. And Livy, oh, so nice. Livy was just talking to me about like how she just really appreciates the stuff, the videos that I do, and it's like it's just always nice hearing this from anybody, you know. But then when you go to something like this and someone says it to your face, it hits different, right? I'm getting emotional thinking about it. It was so nice. It was just so nice. Thank you, Livy, for the really sweet comments. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm crying already. It was overwhelming in a good way. Getting to meet all of these amazing people, and I'm not even done yet. There was we met Whoop Doo and Cape Brunch and Spartan Dash and Strangely Unknown. Absolute amazing bunch of people as well. It was really nice to connect with them. Bumped into them several times actually during the course of the event, because afterwards there's a park over the road from the Skirball where the showing was. And that's where loads of the fans go and hang out afterwards. It's the classic. There's like chalk drawings everywhere. People always bring chalk and draw like all over the little pavement in the park and stuff. So there's tons of art in there. And that's where generally everybody goes to kind of chill for a bit after the show and between shows. So bumped into these people several times. Not that I'm complaining. It was great to see you more than once. And speaking of outside the event in the park that I was just talking about, we met a few more people there as well. I met Ridge, Big Ziddy, the voice of Scrapbook. Absolute honor to meet him. Oh, it was so fun because so he was walking around, he was like talking to all the other people that were hanging around, and then we kind of like looked at each other. I was like, "It's Mikey," and he's like, "Oh, Mikey Bly." I'm like, "Yeah." Got a picture. Oh, that was a delight, absolute delight to meet him as well. And we also on that was this, and this was the fun thing. We were actually hanging around for a while. After, so between shows on the Friday, so the show at 11 a.m. there was a show at oh my gosh, 5 p.m. I think it was the second show. Yeah, it was 11 and 5. So while we were hanging around after the show we went to, we were just there. Oh, I'm going to say that Pickpill turned up as well, and me and Pickpill had a chat, which was really fun. It was super amazing to meet you as well, Pick. Oh, just so many cool people, I swear. But then when we were hanging out, guess who just came wandering up, just having a wander around, right, between shows, chilling as well, just like other people were. Adam just randomly appeared. Oh, geez. So we grabbed a picture with Adam too, and Adam's absolute, again, a sweetheart. Signed an autograph for Ruby as well. Ruby got like autographs from pretty much all these people as well. And yeah, Adam was just there. Man was just chilling out, right? Just having a bit of fresh air between shows, and just, you know, he knows this park gets people in there and art and stuff, so he probably just want to have a wander around and check it out and stuff. And it was funny because one of the people who like one of the workers on the tour was with him as well. And we were chatting with him for a bit, and obviously whoever else was in the park was waiting to talk to him. And the person from the tour that was kind of accompanying him made a point of saying, like, so Adam can't stay here for too much longer. And I turned to her and I says, "Oh, I see what you're here for. You're here to make sure he doesn't get too sidetracked." Because just from the chat we had with him, he just seemed like the kind of guy who just wants to be out there and talk to people and wants to hang out with people, right? So this person was there to probably like, "Adam, it's time to go back in." Had to keep him in line, right? But yeah, that was a very unexpected and super fun surprise as well. At the end of the Friday for us, but then we did pop back on the Saturday as well, because I know that there was a couple of other people I wanted to try and connect with who were there on the Saturday. And we did bump into Delango, which was super cool. And I got an awesome pin. I'm holding it there. I got a Calvin pin. So that was fun. I don't know. This isn't the best picture of me. I was in the middle of giggling. So, but anyway, it's the best one we got. So we'll have to stick with that one. Really, really super amazing to meet Delango as well. And also, another super odd experience for me was I gave out a few autographs. So that was an interesting experience. Again, not a bad one, just odd. But something that I guess I might have to get used to if we go back again next year, which I would love to do. Absolutely, 100% would love to try and go again next year, because it is an amazing time. And getting to be around so many people from the OSC, like at an event like that, it's just so nice. And everyone's just so chill with each other and so fun. And like so many creative people. The cosplays were amazing again this year. And like, you know, the fact that so many other object show creators go and just hang out as well, and just are there to meet people and chat with, it's great. I love it so much. It's such an open and fun thing. And I do appreciate everybody that puts themselves out there and like opens themselves up to fans coming to actually chat with them in a space like that. I can imagine it's very tiring to do that for a full day or a full like whole weekend, or for some of the people who go to like multiple events as well. That's a lot of work, and I really appreciate that you do that. It's so cool that you just give fans the opportunity to do that. It's amazing. It's really cool. We did buy all of the merch again this year as well, which I'll show off in a separate video. Maybe it'll be an off the cuff thing. Maybe it'll be he's all the tour merch. Maybe I'll just do a video about that. But I mean the shirt. I'm wearing the shirt, obviously, right? So this is the tour shirt. It's a very cool shirt this year. I mean, last year's I really liked as well, but I really like the purple. It's a really cool. I like the purpley color. It's a really nice shirt color. I'm trying to add more shirts to my collection that aren't just like, black, because I've got so many black t-shirts. So it's nice to have something a bit different. It's still a dark color. I'm trying to get more brighter colors, but you know what? Purple's good. I like purple. But yes, all of the other stuff I will show that off at some point. But suffice to say, it was a fantastic time, and we hung out in the city for a little bit longer this time. Because last year when we literally went on the Friday, went to the event on the Saturday, and then came back on the Sunday. So this year we were like, let's just not be in as much of a rush this time. So we went in on the Wednesday and we came back on the Sunday. So we had like a full day either side of the event, the meetup that we were going to do things. Like I say, on the Saturday we did go back to hang out for a bit longer, which I'm really glad we did, because that was really fun to meet a few other people as well. Oh, so Cheesy Mayo as well. Bumped into Cheesy Mayo when I was there. So it was really fun to meet him as well. And I'm sure there's people I'm forgetting, and I'm so sorry, but there was just so many people, and it was so good. And I cannot wait to hopefully do it again in 2027. All right, not done with the Mikey news yet, because obviously object show roundups have been, well, I mean, the schedule's still been as good as I could get it, but I'm hoping to get things back to some kind of normality within the next week and a bit. The thing is, this video, my plan is to get this video up and in front of your eyeballs on Wednesday, July the 15th. So I'm recording this on the Tuesday, but we are going away again tomorrow, the Wednesday, to visit some family. So and we'll be away for a few days. So I wanted to try and get this done, and I just didn't want to fall further behind. So my original post, I did put a post up saying like, oh, I was going to get a video done before we went away to visit family, but it might be a bit too tight to turn around, so I'm going to do it when we get back. And I was like, oh, but we'll probably get back Saturday afternoon, and by the time I try and record and edit, I'll be way late on the Saturday. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm still going to do one like I said I was going to do. So I kind of lied in that post. I'm so sorry. But there are some things to go over today that I really want to go over, and I didn't want to sit on them for any amount of extra time if I didn't need to. So yes, this episode will be up, but then I don't think there will be another one again until midweek next week, because I don't think I'll have time over the weekend to actually do anything. And again, it just depends what happens, what comes out between now and then. I do know there's something coming out that someone kind of put in front of me, not specifically me, but did share in a server I'm in, and I'm like, this looks really cool. So there's something on my radar that's coming out over the next, it might be next couple of days. But I might just start doing notes over the weekend and watching a few other things. There's a couple of plans. There's a couple of shows I already want to include in the episode after this one. But I just need to get around to them. And hey, while I'm away on the trip, maybe I'll find a little bit of time to actually watch some stuff as well. Because one of the plans for the vacation was to watch some shows, and I didn't really have time to do that. I feel like I need another week off to actually do that. But I am going to try my best. Because I want to include some other stuff in the next episode. I'm trying to like pre-plan stuff, but I also have a spotlight episode in mind, and the show I want to watch already has a few episodes, but I believe that another episode is coming out kind of soonish. But if I watch the episode so far and start notes, then I can be a bit ahead of the game when the next episode comes out, and then I can work on a spotlight. I don't think we'll get a spotlight episode until, I think it will be August. I don't want to try and say it'll be the end of July now. I think I did say that last time, but I think I'm going to say August to be on the safe side, because there's a couple of other things I'm kind of juggling right now as well, and I really want to try and focus back in, because we've had our holiday mode on. We obviously went to New York for a few days. We're going to visit family for a few days, so I've been kind of away, and I've been trying not to spend too much of my time down here in my recording space. I've been trying to relax a little bit as well. I love watching object shows. I love talking about them, but I do sometimes need to disconnect a little bit. So I have been trying to do that. But I do want to kind of hit the ground running again soon and try and start catching up on some things that I've been kind of sitting on for a while. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, hopefully there will be another Object Show Roundup episode. Probably this time next week. But then I might try and go back to weekends again because I don't want to get stuck in this kind of midweek release kind of loop because I kind of like putting them up on a weekend. But again, depends on the time and when I have time to do things and all that stuff. Okay, now we'll go and see what other people have been up to. Let's start the regular OSR section now, shall we? All right, we got an update from Aura about BFKL episode 2. Going to be delayed because she's got too much work right now. Listen, I give this speech to everybody at some point, so might as well give it to Aura now. That's totally fine. If you haven't got time to work on the show, then you haven't got time to work on the show. You don't owe us anything at any time, really. Whenever something comes out is whenever it comes out. And that's totally cool. Real life stuff happens to all of us, and there's no real escape from that, you know? It's like whether it's job, whether it's family stuff, whether it's school, college, whatever, that's the stuff that you have to put front and center. All the other things you do are just when you get time to do them. Obviously, that fits for a lot of the people who are in the object show community. Obviously, people like, you know, Jack and Jelly and Animation Epic. I mean, that is their job, right? But even for them, real life stuff can pop up. So you've always got to bear that in mind. I never get pushy with people. If something doesn't come out when it's meant to come out, I'm like, it is what it is. So don't you worry about a thing, or we'll be ready for BFKL 2 whenever it's done. All right, now let's get straight into an episode discussion, shall we? And we knew this one was coming out because it actually came out while we were away at the tour. Problems and Solutions, episode 3 by Funkchen-Sparky. Yes, it's here, it's out. It's 35 minutes long, and it's amazing. It's so good. The episode is called Unconventional Operator. Before we dive into any of this, though, oh, you know what's coming, don't you? Spoilers. We are going to be talking about the episode, all of the plot points, all the character stuff that goes on, all of those little ins and outs. So if you haven't watched the episode yet, and it's on your radar, you can skip this chapter. If you haven't watched Problem Solutions at all yet, let me give you a little bit of a refresher on the actual premise of the show. And then maybe if you haven't watched it yet, you can skip on over to the next chapter. But I'll give you a quick little glimpse into what the deal is, because Problem Solutions 2 came out a year ago, so it's been a while. The story so far has revolved around I, an uppercase variable, who is the guardian of a bunch of lowercase variables, Q, R, S, and T, as he helps them try to figure out their values. I is a caring guardian who generally lets the others kind of do whatever they want, but she does have limits. So Q is the newest member of the group. She first turned up in episode 1. She started off super shy and wore a hoodie so no one could see her properly, but she's opened up quite a bit since then. We've got T, who is the cocky type who tries desperately to be kind of the leader of the variables, but frequently messes up and blames everyone else for anything that goes wrong. As for S, well, they're just joyous. Definitely the most playful member of the group, but that also means they tend to just kind of go along with anything and everything, no matter how bad the idea might seem. And finally, we have R, who is like super chill. Well, I mean, super chill most of the time. Sometimes loses his temper with T, but who can blame him for that, really? He also asked Q out at the end of episode 2, and she said yes, which was super sweet. Oh, yeah, and they have a cat named Soup, who is the cutest. Yes, the cutest of them all. I need more cats. I need more cats in shows. Okay, so that's your catch up with what the show's all about. So now we're going to dive into episode 3. So if you haven't skipped to the next chapter yet to avoid spoilers, this is your final warning. Okay, here we go. So we start with I and the others playing a giant board game, which T is littered with obstacles. Ouch. So the game goes on as well as you would expect after I get stuck in some glue planted by T. And then T gets his comeuppance for all of his cheating. Sadly, the fun has to come to an end, though, when I gets a soup alert.
Soup alert! Soup alert! Soup alert! Soup alert! Soup? You know you're not allowed on I's dresser. No, soup! Get down from there! No, soup! You stay away from Q's baby photos!
How do you have those? I've been here for like a month and a half.
Soup? Don't! Put that paw down! Down! Down, I say!
We all love soup. Well, maybe I doesn't right now. Also, the improvement in animation, I've got to say, is really notable in this episode. Everything, like the first two episodes were really well done as well, but this is just like, wow. Everything is so smooth, beautifully done, super impressive stuff. The team has done an amazing job with episode 3. Just had to say that straight away after that first clip we showed. Oh, absolutely phenomenal. So I has to leave and go and take care of the soup situation, but he's kind of very stuck. And while the others get to unsticking, we head over to two characters we briefly met in episode 2, Square Root and Pi, along with 13. And Pi's about to ask Square Root a favour relating to the Object Algebraian Cultural Exchange event. But he has no time to finish his sentence because...
The Object Algebraian Cultural Exchange event?
Yes, what? What is
I always wanted to go. For like hundreds of years, I've dreamt of going there. Talking to those cute little objects and making friends with their cute little wiry 2-pixel wide noodle arms and their teeny tiny little raisin eyes. Oh! Objects are the cutest! Don't worry, I won't slow us down. I've already packed my things. I'm ready to go. Where's it at?
Stop. No, not what's happening.
No, Square Root. No. Pi explains that he needs Square Root to stay and look after Euler while he accompanies 13 to the event. Because, with her bad luck, she needs someone looking after her. Look, can't be that bad, surely.
Oh, come on! That could have happened to anyone. The odds of getting struck by lightning are 1 in a million, sure, but it's not like it's impossible.
It's a clear day!
Don't worry. 13 is okay.
Okay, fine. Pi might have a point. Anywho, Euler's just hanging out, watching some ants do their thing. She's so cute. Square Root begrudgingly sidles over to check in on her. And meanwhile, the variables have unstuck I. And as he leaves, Square Root has a cunning plan.
Can we, help you?
No, I'm okay. If I need help, my operator will.
Here, you guys go take care of my friend, okay? Bye!
Oh, he won't be there to help me, I guess.
Well, I don't possibly see how this could be a problem. The variables are a very sociable bunch. I'm sure they'll make Euler feel right at home with them. And I actually am saying that with zero sarcasm, for once. And of course, S is the first one to approach Euler.
What's your name, anyway?
E. Yeah, let's leave it there. It's for the best that way.
Ooh, E. I like that name. Well, I'm F, that's T, Q, and R.
Hey.
It's so nice to meet you. We should hang out. And what's the best way to get to know a new friend? I think I've got it.
What's S's plan, you ask? Well, montage, of course. After a fun game of hopscotch. Interesting colour choices for the numbers there. And then some leapfrog. Euler starts coming round to this bunch of goofballs. Yeah, I can see that smile. And she joins in with some jump rope and starts fitting right on in. Oh, adorable. Maybe Square Root actually did her a favour, introducing her to some new friends. I then returns, saying it's time for some value finding, before noticing E. S says they just got done with the montage, and I asks if she can have some montage time too, with Q dashing away before it starts this time, because montages make her nauseous. And it's time for montage number 2. And don't worry, Q doesn't escape for long. Clean up in the photo booth? We quickly skip on over to the Object Algebraian Cultural Exchange event, where Pi spots Square Root doing some schmoozing and is, unsurprisingly, unhappy about that. Ooh, busted! Someone else also gets busted back with the variables.
I've never had an irrational help with a lesson before. Perhaps we could even use you for some advanced algebraic lessons. Wait, hold on. Irrational? Like the Transcendental. Come on now, have I not taught you anything?
Yeah.
I thought you were a variable this whole time.
Yep, I knew who Euler was all along, and assumed everyone else did too. After everyone departs to the equation playground to do some value finding, Q asks T what's up with him, and he says that he's worried. Well, Euler did look a bit stressed out during that scene. Guess I'd be concerned for her too. Back at the exchange event, Pi and Square Root are having a, heated discussion, about things, with Pi saying that he can handle himself for a day, but Euler can't, and how she needs Square Root more than he does, and how she shouldn't be left alone, and how she might have flattened the playground by this point. I think this calls for some explaining, don't you?
A pretty long time ago, there were 2 amazing, very powerful little numbers, pi and Euler's number. They were pretty interesting. Unlike a lot of irrationals, they transcended the realm of algebraic numbers. So we called them just that, transcendental numbers. And unlike a lot of irrationals, they would come up with pretty wild ideas and act in a way that, well, the others weren't too used to. And when they became overwhelmed, things would sometimes become explosive. The other numbers weren't happy about that. They were scared of the unpredictable results of their irrationality and its consequences, and took it to the ones in charge. They didn't want to see the irrationals struggle to exist in this numerical society, and that's what I showed up for. I keep a close eye on Pi and Euler's number and keep them happy and as rational as I can.
Aww, that's beautiful.
That's the nice, clean version of the story, yeah.
So that explains the relationship between Square Root, Pi, and Euler. Alright, Square Root is the operator that keeps them rational. Well, rational-ish. Seems that Euler's a bit more unstable than Pi, though, despite appearances. Back at the playground, I notices that Euler looks a bit down, and checks in on her. And she's upset because everyone else is acting weird now that they know she's irrational. I tells her that she has a chance to prove those variables wrong about irrationals, though. But then she worries about not proving them wrong. So I tells her not to overthink it. Which, of course, immediately makes her overthink it. Yep, too relatable. Just what is it that the variables are talking about right now, though, in their secretive little huddle?
I'm just saying, I still want to be friends, but what are we gonna say if she gets all, irrational and stuff? I can go downhill really fast. It's value finding time! Chop chop!
Be there in a sec. Guys, what do? I don't want to be the reason that E blows up.
Why not just tell I? Maybe we can find our values some other day. E was totally fine during the montages. Why would this be any different?
Believe me, I'm strict about value finding day. She won't change it for anything. Unless the playground blows up, well...
Don't say that! Are you trying to will it into existence?
No. Just, I'll go with you and keep an eye on E. Keep him, chill. Yeah. Chill.
Oh yeah, chill.
Chill, huh? Personally, I think R would do a much better job of doing that than T could. But what do I know? Q decides to hang back since she doesn't want to find out her value today. And, yeah, that leads to a little bit of an interesting moment between R and Q when R gently asks her about that.
You want to talk about it?
Let's just stay focused on the whole E situation. I'll do it when I want to.
I like that. R just asked once if she wanted to talk about it. She said no. And R doesn't push any more than that. Just nods and just moves on. Just accepts it and moves on. It's respectful. I love R. R's great. Okay, time for S to try and find out their value. I'm going to be honest, I'm terrible at maths. Well, algebra, specifically. I mean, to be honest, I haven't had to study in it in a long time. But, you know, I'm sure there's a few smarty pants people out there that can figure out the answer to this one. To be honest, I just spent the whole scene going, aw, at how cute S is. Sat there, waving their legs back and forth, not a care in the world. Life goals, honestly. While S and I discuss how to tackle the equation, Euler's having a little bit of trouble holding it together.
They know I'm an irrational. I said it was just rumors. Supposed to subtract the 20 and talking on the other side. It's so easy. Just subtract the 20 minus something on my face. 5 errors, 15. Right? Then you divide the 20 by 5. My eyes. Am I so irrational? There's scared values. Always are. You not have that figured out? What is that? Is this the part where I'm supposed to help it? Proving them wrong?
What's happening? What's happening? I thought you were going to calm her down. We just talked about it.
I didn't have time! It all happened so fast! I told you they would do this! Now we're all gonna die!
Guys, we need to try and talk to her. We might be able to get her to calm down. Come on.
Looks like Pie's prediction may be coming true here, but the variables aren't going to give up quite yet, as they all get to Euler and join hands around her to try and talk her round.
Euler, it's okay. I was nervous about what was going to happen today, too. You're not alone, all right? We can still be friends if that's what you want.
That's not true. I'm always alone. Square left me alone. You all left me alone. I'll always be left alone.
But E, I had so much fun with you today. I even hoped our montages lasted forever. We both have weird eyes, remember? Us weirdos gotta stick together. Why are you so upset? I don't understand.
Of course you don't understand. No one understands. You're nothing like me. No one's ever been like me. I'm sorry you wasted your montages on me.
If the math is what made you upset, you don't have to do it, Euler. Not everyone likes to do math, and that is okay. I don't know why this is happening, but we're here for you, man.
You're not here for me. You don't even know me. If you did, this wouldn't have happened at all. You would have listened to T. He was scared for a reason.
Euler! I am sorry if I put too much pressure on you. I saw this as a good learning opportunity for I's variables. I should have been more aware of your needs. Whatever happens, it is all right. We can talk about this.
You can't. You can't know my needs. You can't talk to me. Only Square Root can, and he's gone. I can't. I can't.
Oh, circumference, it's that bad? Wait.
Euler expressing some deep feelings there. Unable to accept anyone wanting to be her friend or be there for her. Feeling like Square Root's the only one who understands her. And then Square Root arriving just too late to stop her from quite literally exploding with emotion. This is a super powerful scene. It really hits hard. And it I'm sure there's so many people who are watching that who kind of, again, relate. And that's another thing I really like about this show, is that everybody has those relatable things about them. I like it. I like it a lot. It's really well done. And the introduction of Euler in this episode was a really good character addition, and getting to know more about Square Root and Pi. We'll get to that later, but that scene was really, really well done. Anyway, the aftermath of the explosion is messy. Pi says that Infinity is going to be angry. Infinity, huh? Someone to watch out for in future episodes, methinks. And then recovers Square Root and Euler. Euler apologizes while Pi comforts her. And when he goes to give Square Root another piece of his mind, Euler recovers I and the other variables.
I asked you to stay with her. I knew something was going to... You left her with these guys? They don't even know their values, let alone how to deal with an irrational.
I didn't think it'd be that big of a... Oh! Ow!
That was for your irresponsibility. It's your job to be there for your irrationals. It is I's job to teach her variables about the joys of finding their value. You pawn your job off onto I. How dare you?
That really wasn't the intention, all right? And I deserved the punch to the face, and whatever Infinity does when he finds out about this... Oh.
Infinity's name popped up again. He clearly has a lot of power around this place, which does make sense, being Infinity and all. But despite everything, Square Root only has one question for Euler.
Did you have any fun with these guys?
I know I did. We did skateboard tricks, and they bagged the cheese, and did all sorts of other stuff that wasn't nearly as fun, but still super fun.
I threw it up.
That was my favorite part.
I did have fun. How come you're all okay with me still? I erased your playground, and you can't find your value now. I ruined everything, didn't I?
Nah, you're good. Bad stuff happens to us, all the time. And most of the time, it's our fault.
Oh, those variables are unflappable, honestly. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of these irrationals and their operator going forwards. In fact, I asks if they'd all like to come and help out with some value finding in the future, once the playground's back up and running. Sounds like a plan, right, Pi?
Let me stop you right there. No.
take that as a maybe. That ought to do it. Hey, wait for Rudy!
I'm sure he'll come around. And that is the end of Problems and Solutions episode 3. Aside from poor T still floating through space. Luckily, he has some pocket pizza, though. Oh. Never mind. Honestly, I cannot praise this show enough. And the growth in production talent really shines through in this episode. Everybody put so much into this, and it's honestly one of the most vibrant and well-written shows I've seen. It's heartfelt, with just the right amount of silly, and getting to know more about Square Root and Pi, along with Euler, paves the way for those characters to become more ingrained into the story going forwards as well. Honestly, an absolute delight to watch from start to end. Absolutely going from strength to strength, this show. And if you haven't checked it out yet, totally worth the time. Amazing stuff. Alright, Krispifishh is certainly getting back on the art sharing train again because we've got another piece to share. Let's be friends, huh? Sure. This looks totally fine. I like this. I like this a lot. It's like they're kind of stuck in a zoetrope. Very cool. And as I always say, if people share art in a YouTube post, I will share it as well, because I love to show off people's cool and awesome talents, okay? And Crispy's art always gets me. Okay, now we got a big update from Meta. See, it's another one of these ones where it's going to take up the full screen. Okay, fine. Expressive hands down at the bottom. Let's see. Okay, so it's an update on Cool and Awesome Object Show 2. Ready? Okay. Looks like I've been writing this episode for about a month. On and off, of course, and I'm not even that far in. Only about 11 scenes are written. Yeah, that's my bad. I got sidetracked really badly, but now that summer's still young and in full swing, that gives me a lot of time to work on this episode. Also, I really want to get this episode to be very, very, very good. I want to be extremely proud of it. Also, note to self, no more release dates, please. I definitely killed myself working on episode 1 because I kept putting out release dates when I knew I wasn't done. No more. Thanks for your support. As always, these updates will be weekly, so Mate is going to try and do updates on the show every week. I just read this one out just because it's an update on obviously how far along the writing is going. There's also that little image there from scene 5, which I really like. But also I want to talk again about this, which we talked about before, the release dates thing. How many times have I talked about putting out specific release dates? And putting a lot of pressure on yourself to hit that date. And again, I'm not saying that you cannot stamp a release date on something, but it's definitely more something you should do when everything is finished. Like maybe drop a release date like a week before, maybe. Once everything is done, the video is processed and everything's there and ready, then do a release date. Like, or do super vague ones, right? Maybe give yourself an entire month. Say it's going to come out in August. Even that can be dicey, though, to be honest. Just go by season. It'll be out in autumn. Give yourself a nice 3-month window. Anyway, it's always a risky thing to put a specific release date on something. It is always dicey putting a specific release date on something because you never really know what's going to crop up. And like I say, if you're still writing, you might have a whole week where you just cannot. There's just nothing. You can't even focus on doing the writing, right? Or maybe you're waiting for a scene to be done, and the person who was meant to be maybe doing the animating for that scene gets ill, or just again real life stuff pops up. In general, it's one of those things where it's like super super tough to put specific release dates out there. And again, I'm not trying to tell people what to do. It's advice more than anything else, just because I've seen it happen. And I've seen it happen a few times, and I've only been doing this for a year, and I've already seen it happen a few times. So just always bear things in mind when you're doing your planning and your stuff, and you do want to say, hey, this episode's being worked on. Don't know when it'll be done yet, but he's an update just to let you know where we're at, right? I mean, and to be honest, some people don't even do that. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to update anybody. You don't have to post things on the YouTube posts or in a Discord server or on any social medias. You don't need to do any of that. You can just upload a video and just go, there it is, it's done. Of course, it is nice to build anticipation. That's why I tend to post YouTube posts quite a lot when I'm saying, hey, this episode, my new episode will be out in a few days, just so that people kind of know it's coming out. And with me, yeah, maybe sometimes I say, hey, new Object Show Roundup will be out on Sunday. That's because all I do is sit here and talk about things. I don't have to do any animating. I do a bit of writing. I have notes. You probably see my eyes kind of wandering around the screen, right? That's because I have notes. I have a notepad document I put stuff in. But I generally know that I can get all of that done because, again, there is work. I don't want to belittle what I do because there is bits and pieces I need to put together, obviously. But I'm not managing a team of people. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing animating. I'm not doing I'm not writing a show. I'm just writing about shows. So it's easier for me to say something's going to be out, you know? Anyway, I don't want to get too far down this because I've talked about it before. Mate, I'm sure you'll get there. Appreciate the update and just keep plugging away. You'll get there. It'll be done when it's done. Don't you worry about it. Over to Radarko now. And you remember how Radarko was doing a random countdown? Well, it turns out it was a countdown to this. A bottom of the barrel map. Yep, that's what it's for bottom of the barrel's first birthday. So that's what the countdown was for. And Radarko's worked with a whole bunch of cool people to put together this map, multi-animator project. So yeah, I'll share a link to that video in the description because it will have been released by the time this video comes out. So yeah, if you want to check that out and check out Bottom of the Barrel too, well, this wouldn't be a bad time to do that, would it? Alright, update from Trinitine. Hey everyone, decided I would post a quick comparison of some of the updated assets poses that I've been working on for the last couple of months. Sorry for not posting quarterly updates like I said I would. A lot of personal and family situations happened at the same time, and I'm just now catching back up from it. Back on the progress road again. See you soon with more updates. Again, real life happens. Real life happens. Don't need to apologize. And I'm hypocritical because I would also apologize, even if stuff was out of my control. I get it. It's just apologizing is just one of those natural things. It's just like, I'm so sorry. I said I was going to do this thing at this time. I get it. It's like saying sorry. You just type it. It just happens, right? I do it all the time as well. But suffice to say, I get it. We get it. Don't worry about it. I have got all of this cool art, though, that Trinitime was talking about. So we've got some really, really cool side-by-side comparison pictures, which are really cool to look at. I really like it. And the thing is, the old designs are still really good. Before we go through all the rest of these, the old designs are all really good as well. But you can really see kind of how the style's been, like, refined. I'm not an expert on art or animation. It's like someone was not asking, but someone mentioned, it was Abby, XYZ, was saying how it was a shame that my chat about episodes are just kind of episode walkthroughs rather than reviews. I'm like, I don't do art or animation or anything, so I don't know how well I could review things. Also, I'm generally just super positive to see anybody's creativity. So if I was doing proper reviews with ratings, I don't think anybody would get anything super low. It is something I might consider. I'm sorry, Trinitine, I'm totally taking your section up with something totally different here. I should save this for later. I will save this for later. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to Trinitine's cool art. But yeah, so the old version, really good. New version, you could see, like I say, where things have been kind of tweaked. Very cool. And we've got a lot of these. I like the change in eyelashes there. Yeah, you know, just it feels like there's just more, things have been just smoothed. Things have been smoothed out, right? Like there's slight change in color there, and the flaps being down now. I'm assuming they could still be up, but it really does show it shows the differentiation in what's been done there. I don't know. I love the expressions on both of these ones. Yes. Getting slightly cocky vibe from this one. Just a little bit. This is an interesting one because there's there's way more design gone onto the front. Now that face section where it was just like a kind of a plain color before, but having a little bit more of a pattern on there now. That's cool. I like that. A little bit more, again, the more refining. And from angry to still angry. But again, you could see that top part there where there's that kind of slightly more detail been added to it. And yeah, it's just, again, smoother. I think that's the best word I could think. Just the smoothness. Everything just looks more smooth now. But I really appreciate all of those before and afters, Trinitine. That's really cool stuff. That's another thing I find very interesting to see kind of people's like progression in art style or how they've changed their art styles. It's a really, really interesting thing to see. So thank you for that. And again, don't need to apologize for not doing quality updates. You just get updates out whenever you can and whenever you feel like it. Okay, over to Zombie Turtle now. Lucas. And first things first. 20,000 subscribers. There you go, you got a honk. Hope you're happy. At some point, every single person we talk about here will get a honk. But there you go, Lucas, you got your honk for 20k subscribers. And when did the 20k subscriber milestone get hit? Well, it got hit when DIBS 7 came out. Fortunately, DIBS 7 came out the day before we traveled to New York, so I had time to watch it and do my notes before we went away. And guess what? We're ready to talk about it. So, as always, spoiler warning, if you have not watched DIBS 7 yet, it's probably time to hop on over to the next chapter of the video, but then make sure you go and watch DIBS 7. And all the rest of DIBS if you haven't watched any of DIBS yet, because it's really, really fun. I will do this often for shows like this, though, and say, content warning, there is a lot of more adult humor in DIBS, so it's definitely, just think about the age appropriateness of it, if you are going to tune into it. There's swearing, there's mature things going on, not like mature, not mature acts, but mature discussions that happen in the show. So bear that in mind if you are going to check it out. But I definitely did check it out, including the new episode. So let's hop into it, shall we? So DIBS episode 7 is called The Posh Chameleon. And we kick things off with a birthday celebration. Yes, July the 6th was Big Pumpy's first birthday. Oh, and DIBS' first birthday as well, I suppose. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get the serious stuff started. Like the fact that Princess Violet's kingdom is under attack. Flat, rectangular attackers. Who could they possibly be?
Oh my god, what happened? We're under attack! By who? By who? The Russians.
The throne is prepared for you, my king. Bah ha ha. At long last, my throne is finally ready for me to sit. What? Why no work? What spell did you put on this thing? The only way for you to sit on that throne is if you marry into the family. But my daughter, Princess Violet, would never marry you. Foolish American. Ketchup packet, locate this Princess Violet immediately. Already found her, King. It appears she is in kind of competition show at the moment, known as DIBS. DIBS, huh? Very well then. Look out, DIBS. Here we gum.
Well, this ties us right back to what I thought was a throwaway joke about Lemon Tea Packet being a Russian spy. But I guess I have to live with the fact that my goofy little guy is evil. Or, and bear with me here, maybe they're a double agent. Listen, I can live in hope, okay? Also, another reminder for myself that what seems like a throwaway joke in one scene of DIBS might end up becoming just a long-running thing. Because that's what happens when you pass scenes between different people and they see something and go, cool, I'm going to make a note of that one and I'm going to bring that back later. Yep, that's DIBS. After that intense scene, things don't really let up, with Scorpio Lolly encountering her violent side in her mind, where that side of her tries to convince her to just give in and let the killer in her take over.
I'm you and you're me. We can do so much. Just let's promise one thing. Let's promise to...
Yeah, she's having a rough time. There's lots of story to be told with her, that's for sure. And hey, Banana Skittle French Fry is still hanging on tight to that note. We're playing the long game with that story thread, I see. Okay, now all the serious stuff is out of the way, and it's elimination time. Oh wait, that's also kind of serious too. And we're losing 2 contestants today. Ugh. Before we can start things up though, someone has made a return. Duvid! What the heckin' heck are you doing here?
Friggin' went to the damn future. Had a little time to read up on this baby. Yeah, thanks but no thanks, Chip. I won't be needing this anymore. Basically got laid like a million times in the future. Ladies couldn't get their hands off me. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well that may be the case, but you can't stay here.
I actually can though, because I won this rejoin token back in the future. Obviously I never had to use it, because I naturally won all 58 seasons without breaking a friggin' sweat, but...
Well, I can't argue with that.
What? Yeah, I'll basically be joining this team now. Yeah.
Ew, no!
In that case, Duvid, you're the first one safe with 0 votes. Your prize is a cat.
Oh, okay. So he's just back in the game then? Listen here, buddy. Listen good. You might have been in the future and been a hit with all the ladies and won dozens of other competitions, but you are not fooling me. I've got my eye on you. Both eyes, actually. So, Duvid has joined Team Smub, the team with all of the girls, of course, and is safe. Let's get the rest of this elimination done. Strawberry Milky and Lips are the first one safe with just 57 votes. Hooray! So that means either Princess Violet and Sock or Frank and Silver Hyundai Sonata are going to be out.
Frank and Silver Hyundai Sonata are out with 126 votes, while Princess Violet and Sock are safe with 93. Phew! Sorry, Frank.
I guess I'll say bye to Banana Skittle French Fry.
Oh, and bye to you too, if you're even a person.
Wait! I need something super quick. Okay, I'm good now.
Guys, what's happening?
Hey, don't worry, guys. I'll stop this.
Hello.
Well, yes, okay, that was a nice, calm and level-headed response from Silver Hyundai Sonata. But that was the duo I voted to eliminate, so I get to keep the 2 of my faves that were in each of the duos. That's Princess Violet and Strawberry Milky. So I get to keep those 2 for a little bit longer. Apologies to the Frank and Silver Hyundai Sonata fans. And yes, Stopwatch answered the phone this time around, so they get the intro sequence. And it's a flippin' amazing intro sequence as well. It's absolutely worth watching the show just for that, honestly. And no, I'm not showing you it, because you have to go and check it out yourselves. Challenge time. Sock wakes up in a room with Scorpio Lolly, 8-Ball, Matchbox, and Lemon Tea Packet. And they're all, different colours? I mean, they normally are, but they're different. What's the deal, phone guy buddy?
If you look to the front of the room, you'll see 5 buttons. Each of these buttons correlate to a team. Your challenge today is to discuss and vote for a team you want to lose. The team that receives the most votes will be doing the elimination. Once a button has been pressed in a room, the room can no longer vote. So it's up to you to try and convince your fellow contestants why your team shouldn't lose. Oh, also, burlesque, click, and butt are combined just for this challenge. Anyways, go!
Okay, cool. Firstly, Lion King mentioned, character we haven't seen for a while but has popped up a few times. And secondly, ooh, what an interesting challenge. Definitely one that could lead to some deep tactical conversations. Or just arguments and fights. Probably that one. Or maybe everyone can just follow Lemon Tea Packet's lead.
It just means press the button.
Yeah, don't do that again or you'll lose. At least 4 of you have to agree on a button before doing anything.
Putrid American machinery.
Okay, don't do that. And thanks for the extra clarification on the rules there, buddy. So, 4 out of the 5 contestants in each room have to agree before a button is pushed. This is gonna be fun. To help us keep track of things a bit better, let's go over these team colours using one of the other groups. Pow! Alright, so we've got pink for Glove, who is on Team Butt, and they're teamed up with Burlesque Click in this challenge, since they have the smallest teams. We got blue for Princess Violet and Team Smub, green for Banana Skittle, French Fry and Malbouffe, yellow for Jackhammer and Team Wear, and wrapping things up with red for Flippy and the Cast Iron Skillets. Right. Got that? We up to speed? Cool. Well, I mean, as up to speed as we can be, at least. Alright, let's get going. Well, we should get going, but Lips is more interested in continuing her pursuit of poor Bindle. But Bindle isn't interested. They only have eyes for 8-ball, after all. The reunions continue after that, with the next one being a bit more pleasant than the last one.
Princess Violet, I missed you so much. Aw, I missed you too, Jackhammer. How's Teamwear been without me? Yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, Duvid joined for a bit. I didn't like that very much. Oh, yeah, I think Duvid's on my team now. I don't really want him there.
Oh, well, he'll probably be eliminated next, right?
Yeah, probably.
Wait, Jackhammer, you just gave me a gnarly idea, dude. Oh? What if we vote for a team that, like, none of us here are even friends with? So, if someone on that team got out, you wouldn't even care, you know?
Alright. Well, I'm friends with Strawberry Milky, and I guess Sock, too.
Well, Blueprint's like a brother to me. And Big Pumpy, LCP, and Gardner? I mean, gosh, we're basically a family.
Alright. Well, me and Kickout are pretty tight, so personally, I don't think it should be my team. What about you two? Are you guys close with your team?
Yeah. Yeah, me and Matchbox are really close. Good friends.
My team basically worships me. If I was to be eliminated, they would probably kill themselves.
Right.
Oh, I do love a little bit of Jackhammer and Princess Violet. Adorable. And what seemed like a good idea from Banana Skittle French Fry didn't really seem to go anywhere, I guess even if people do hate everyone on their team, they wouldn't want to risk being up for elimination along with them all, would they? Back to the drawing board. Over to the room with Whistle, Strawberry Milky, Gardener, Stopwatch, and Kit Kat now, where Stopwatch tries and fails to guilt trip everyone into not voting for their team before Kit Kat takes charge.
Phone said Burlesque Click and Butt were merged, right?
Yeah, I'm Burlesque Click.
Great. I think we should press your button.
Why?
Since your button represents 2 teams, if you can eliminate someone from the other team, your team will be safe. Meaning, every team in this room will be safe. So pressing your button is the best option. Sound good?
Alright, it seems like Whistle's not okay with us voting for his team. I say we keep discussing. It's a good idea, though. Wait, I'm blue, so I should press the blue button. Yeah, okay. Wait. Strawberry Milky, do you understand what the challenge is? No, not really. I just Blue.
Well, I thought it was a good idea. Kit Kat really taking that pep talk from DVD Case to heart. Do you remember that pep talk? DVD Case essentially told Kit Kat that he'd make a good leader. Still wondering how genuine that was. And if it was, I don't know why DVD Case would want anyone else to take the leadership role away from him. But it clearly left a mark on Kit Kat either way. And as if to highlight that connection, the scene transition here goes from zooming in on a frustrated Kit Kat to a frustrated DVD Case. And he is also having issues in his room.
Shut it! Let's discuss this maturely. Capiche? Okay. It's safe to say none of us want to lose, but I don't see this as a loss.
What is this green thing blabbering on about? Just what? My team, the cast-iron Skillets, has already faced one loss and peril to a blender. Similarly, Teamwear has been up for elimination twice in a row, and Dude has found elimination after being voted on the record 3 times. Isn't it clear? Isn't the answer obvious? Surely he knows. Surely he's found out deep down who we should vote. Everyone knows. They all have to realize the answer is...
Doodad, what do you think?
I think you haven't lost one measly challenge yet.
Hey, yeah, why are we voting Silhouette? He can turn sexy. Pumpy changes his vote! I'm sorry, Button Burlesque. I fear it's far too late for that. It's alive? Get to the Malbooth!
Victory!
Good point well made, Doodad. And that's 1 vote cast for Malboof. Maybe they'll finally be in peril. Back in Putter, Lips, Bindle, Toxic Waste Barrel and Blueprint's room now. And Bindle wants to learn how to be cool like Putter. While Toxic Waste Barrel also professes their love for him. Yep. Wow. Quite the Putter admiration fest going on here. Are you guys gonna, maybe discuss who you're gonna vote for? Bindle tries to vote for their own team in a blaze of glorious self-sacrifice. Or maybe they just resign themselves to maybe losing anyway. Who knows? But that doesn't work because of the rules. Remember? 4 people need to agree. It's all academic now anyway, because Lips has this covered.
I say we vote Teamwear. Who's with me? Agreed. They've got my vote. 2 votes have been casted.
Oh, Blueprint. You just voted for your own... Okay. That makes it 1 vote for Malboof, 1 vote for Teamwear. Meanwhile, this bunch are arguing each other in circles. Aside from Sock, who has the right idea in my opinion. Wake me up when you've decided, guys. Come on, though. Isn't Lemon Tea Packet meant to be around here somewhere too?
Hello, friend.
Lemon Tea Packet. We intercepted a signal from your American phone device. We cannot risk you being up for elimination a 3rd time. We'll have to resort to drastic measures. Understood? I know what I must do.
Well, they ignored the secret group chat to go and play Subway Surfers. I mean, Payphone Surfers. So maybe they are a double agent? Or just not very good at being a spy? Or maybe not, as they do manage to convince everyone to push the green button, because green means go. Wait, did I say they managed to convince everyone?
No, wait!
Here I freaking
LTP?
go!
LTP!
Think you can get rid of that tea packet for me?
Oh yeah, DVD Case did ask Scorpio Lolly to take Lemon Tea Packet out, back in the super fun Happy Christmas Special episode. Guess that request wasn't forgotten. By one side of Scorpio Lolly, at least. In the midst of all of that, Ketchup Packet slips through another crack in the wall and scurries past Blueprint and Putter. Blueprint tells Lips he thought he maybe saw a rat or something. And Lips grabs Toxic Waste Barrel and throws them through a painting that was actually just covering up a hole in the wall. Jeez. I was wondering when things were going to go off the rails around here.
Was that always there?
Whatever. Let's just see what's happening with Lemon Tea Packet and their group. Well, since Lemon Tea Packet is dead now, everyone agrees to just press the yellow button. But wait. I smell mitosis. Oh, jeez. We have another Fantasia / Blue Suitcase scenario going on. This can't be good. Wait, can all of the packets do this? If they can, that's going to make it really hard to defeat them if things ever come down to a fight. Scorpio Lolly then kills both of them. Not super smart. Okay, we really need to stop, or this room is going to get super crowded.
What the hell? What in the is that?
Scorpio Lolly is being weird. We should press her button.
I agree with 8 Ball.
Sorry. What's happening?
Calculating. 3 votes casted. 60% of buttons pressed.
That counted?
Thank you for taking the flame bin, Dal. Now it's your fault Malpoof lost.
Fault? It's always my fault.
Yeah, suck it, Malboo.
No, this isn't fair. That wasn't even our decision.
Poor Bindle gets the blame. Although, the room was heading in that direction anyway. So that's 2 votes for Malboof, 1 for Teamwear. 2 votes left to cast. I wonder what's going to happen with all of our extra Lemon Tea Packet friends now, though. And what about Scorpio Lolly? She seems to be losing herself more and more in this episode. I fear that the Scorpion may well take her over completely soon. In Banana Skittle French Fries room, he's going over everyone's reason for not wanting their teams to be voted for. Again. And when we get to Flippy, she has a dire warning for what would happen if the cast iron skillets end up being up for elimination.
Fine. Go ahead and vote for my team. But first, hear my cautionary tale. If any one member of the cast iron skillets were to be eliminated, the world would erupt into pure chaos. First, 8 Ball and Bindle would be split up, causing all of the shippers to be enraged and come to kill us. But before they could even reach us, Stopwatch would be so upset, he'd run around the earth at such a speed that it would split in half. One side of the earth would become a complete apocalyptic wasteland, whilst the other would be ruled by the evil alien overlord and everything would go to picture so large member of my side to the gates of the giant uncovered without each other. Some sort of years will come.
We already voted for you.
I'm the Bush Chameleon, hello, that's me. I'm the Bush Chameleon, yes sirree.
That was a lot. And so many of the dangling plot threads we've been chasing since the show started were mentioned in there too. So Flippy seems totally aware of everything that's going on. Not that it matters, because that's a vote for the cast iron skillets. Malboof still top of the loser pile with 2 though. And hey, there's the Posh Chameleon. Was wondering when they were going to show up. Alright, 1 vote left. And Gardner's trying her best to explain the challenge to Whistle and Strawberry Milky with limited success. Kit Kat's getting less and less patient by the second when ketchup packet shows up, and things get even more chaotic when Kit Kat thinks they're lemon tea packet.
Yes, I am Lemon Tea Pocket, your DIBS comrade. I greet you kindly.
Get off of me!
It was just a classic sucky finger greeting.
Yeah, quit overreacting, bro.
I remember my first sucky finger. What is wrong with you people? Okay, we need to vote, okay? We need to vote. Let's vote Smub, okay? Blue button, right?
I love blue.
Yeah.
This is gonna be so fun.
Does anybody have a problem with that? Okay.
Kit Kat.
What?
Sorry. Yeah, never mind.
Hey, what's up, guys? My team already, finished voting, so I just thought I'd, come see what's up. Okay, why is everybody looking at me like that? Like, oh, what did I do, you know? Hello? Will somebody please explain what's going on?
Wait, how did Duvid and LTP get into our rooms? The others must be on the other side of this wall.
Why so serious, Kit Kat? Sheesh. And hey, I guess things aren't going to get any calmer around here now that there's no more walls. Scorpio Lolly, still possessed by her scorpion side, seizes an opportunity and runs to the final voting room, grabbing the rest of Malboof along the way, and, hey, this doesn't seem fair, but it is for people, right? Well, that does leave us with Malboof on 2 votes and the Cast Iron Skillets on 2 votes, though. So it's, tiebreaker time. Phone dude, buddy, we need a tiebreaker challenge.
Okay, your tiebreaker is to have every one of your teammates pressing each team button from each room at the same time. Whichever team does that first will be safe. Go.
Scatter! Okay, Kit Kat, whoa! Woo! Scorpio Lolly, what are you doing?
Boga, Palestino malaki boci loka, Fatachi badata boda moka, Ingwili banaki lotolato lesbo hela.
I'm at a loss for words. Malboof survive yet again, and they still haven't tasted the bitterness of defeat. Scorpio Lolly locked in, and I wonder if we'll even see her unpossessed version again. I think we may have lost her. Also, the packets are really starting to take over here as well. Maybe we'll see them popping up in the background more often, doing sneaky little things. We shall see, but for now, we need to get voting on someone from the Cast Iron Skillets to go. I voted for Stopwatch. And again, it's not so much because I don't like them. I just like everyone else more. I think this might be a close one, though. Alright, that's it for DIBS 7. And wow, did a whole heckin' lot of things go down. The Princess Violet Kingdom story, the packets rocking up to mess with the challenge, Kit Kat trying to pull out some leadership moves but being undermined by Scorpio Lolly, Flippy's apparent omniscience about everything going on in the DIBS-averse. Whew. I need to sit down after all that. Wait, well, I am sat down. Maybe I need to go lie down. Either way, it was another really cool and chaotic episode. Everyone did an amazing job again. All those things were really fun. The story was really well stitched together. And yeah, just another really, really fantastically fun episode of DIBS. And who knows what we're going to see in episode 8. It's one of the most unpredictable shows. But I guess that's the fun. And that's it for another episode of Object Show Roundup. Like I said, next episode should be probably midweek next week. Again, I don't think I'll get around to doing one over the weekend, this coming weekend, just because, yeah, we won't get back till Saturday afternoon-ish. So I don't want to try and rush myself to do another one, but I'll definitely get working on it when we get back from the trip, and I'll just see. It'll be sometime it'll be a weekday. Let's just say that much. And then I'll see if I can kind of get the routine back to Sundays again after that. So one of the things I kind of sidetracked myself with when we were talking over about Trinitine's like art comparisons is that, yes, it was mentioned that it's like, it would be nice if I did more kind of review-ish stuff rather than just talk about the shows. I like talking about the shows because I like to pull things out and do like little bits of like I like doing character analysis, and I like doing like kind of plot analysis rather than talking about like the actual quality of the show itself. I do like to try and sneak in. I do like to try and mention impressive stuff in shows, like I'll say, oh, but this scene was really awesome and really stood out to me. This character design's really cool. I really like the writing in this one. You know, I do try and throw those things in there as well. But like when it comes to actually like reviewing things, I don't know, I'm too flippin' nice. It's like I find it really hard to be critical. And I know in some ways that can be an issue, right? Because some people like to know what people don't like about their stuff. I will bear it in mind. I will see if I can kind of bring that into play a bit more. Like, I'm not saying this is going to happen straight away. I'll just try and remember to do it now and again. In the meantime, though, like my main aim here is to highlight shows that people might not have watched, but to also talk about like I said, there's no range for this, because obviously we do talk BFDI and we do talk Inanimate Insanity, right? And they're the big two, you know. So I mean, yes, they do come into play as well, but like I try not to have any kind of limit on what I talk about, who I talk about, and like how I talk about the shows as well. So I'm just gonna, that's gonna always be the way of things. That's always what I'm going to keep doing. It's like, this show's awesome. This person did a great job doing this, but yes, I will think about if I can maybe bring in a little bit more actual like production discussion as well, if I can, and when I remember to. Suffice to say that I do appreciate all of you, and like, listen, I'm up for any feedback on how I kind of present this stuff. And I'll listen. I might not always take things on that is suggested. It's like even the shows that get suggested to me. I've got a massive list. I'll try and get to them when I get to them. That's one of the things. But again, suggestions for the show, things like that, sure, go for it. But I have a core kind of way of how I do things, and I can maybe add things here and there and stuff. But it's just kind of, I'll just take it as it comes, I guess. But either way, no, I do appreciate everyone that comes in and checks these videos out. And, well, it was the usual thing. Let's just get to what I usually say. Listen, I appreciate you all being here, whether you just watch one specific section, 5 seconds of the video, the whole video, whatever. I appreciate any time anybody spends here, because it's your time. You could spend your time anywhere you want. And if you decide to spend it being here, that means so much to me. Honestly, it really does. Don't forget to make the YouTube algorithms happy. Like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Drop a comment below as well if you want to. Like I say, if you want to chat about this show itself or any of the shows that were discussed or any of that stuff, I do try my best to get to everybody's comments. And yeah, love and appreciate you all. Again, thank you for being here. Keep watching object shows, keep discovering new object shows, and keep making object shows if that's what you do. And I'll see you in the next episode, whenever that happens to come out. All right, take care, everybody. Toodaloo.